Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Chris Webber is here. Our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And with us tonight, basketball expert Bill Simmons. Bill, you look great. Thank you for being here.
I'd like to say hi to all the people who traded for Anthony Davis in the GM mode of this game to get him on their team
Right.
when their real team couldn't pull it off. Congratulations. I can't believe you pulled the trade off.
GA, it's all yours.
Well, last season, the Celtics tried to balance minutes between a talented core of younger players along with their trio of superstar veterans. With the departure of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, now youth must be served. The question is, how far can that carry them?
And I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do, too. Thanks for that report. And, Bill, of the championships you've watched the Celtics win, do you have a favorite?
I do, actually. 1984, came back against the Lakers in the Kevin McHale clothesline game. Brought them back to the Garden for Game 5. It was so hot, Kareem had to wear the oxygen mask. And then finished them off in Game 7.
Rambis was the recipient of that clothesline,
He was,
wasn't
and he deserved it. It's not like he didn't deserve it. But the Celtics were just tougher that year. I try to forget that the next year they came back and beat the Celtics.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Allen is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. And for the Celtics, down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Walker in at the 1. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
Walker against Irving. And it's Walker penetrating. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. In his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here. Bill, you look at the career path of Kevin Durant. Some guys want to be the man. Other guys want to be a significant part of a bigger picture. He can play a lot of different roles. And he's so good. That's what makes him so, I think, compelling.
Right. He is a guy that can fit into any system and figure out what to do. And I think that's really rare talent. I actually think Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were like that. And I'd be willing to... LeBron is, in my opinion, one of the 3 best players ever. LeBron, you always kind of have to fit into what he's good at. All the teammates that he's had, he's like certain types of guys. Durant is somebody that just loves being part of a bigger team and doesn't care if he shoots 28 times. Doesn't really want to.
So confident in his
wants to
own
pass.
Yeah.
He's an elite passer, and he's just good at everything. And I don't think he gets enough credit for that. You look at like your 2K rating. What would be a bad part of his 2K rating? He's good at everything.
And here's Irving following Zach Randolph's 3. Irving, good.
I love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots.
Walker surveying the floor. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Bill, defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space. And all that stuff. Like,
well, what would you call
load management? We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know.
Can we just play basketball?
Just like work. Yeah, just you figure, just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one. Start saying that. I never said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. Outside, Walker. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
Here's Tatum. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Brown outside. 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Nice shot by Randolph. And here in Boston, Bill, the place where you received your master's degree in journalism. Talk about the Celtics at that time in the early to mid-90s.
Well, Larry Bird retired, Kevin McHale retired. They knocked the Boston Garden down. We were in the lottery for a bunch of years. It was a terrible decade, Kevin. Thanks for asking.
But still a Boston fan, true and true, right? Huh?
Yeah. Well, I grew up, we were doing well, then we weren't doing well. Now we're doing great again. That's the team of the future.
Here's Randolph following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Up top, Brown. LeVert defending.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Zach Randolph. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Brown. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jared Allen. Torian Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
The strength of Hayward muscling through contact, refusing to give in.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it. I subscribe to it.
Thank you.
I love it. What do you make of so many NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, and we have Vince Carter and Ken Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, you know, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. And you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good. So I think we need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Boston. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters. And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Dinwiddie. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Outside Prince. Stolen by Kanter. Down low. Here's Williams. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Look, right there, the defense overcommits. Hayward with good awareness finds the open man.
Dinwiddie against Walker. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Boston trailing. 1:04 left to play in the first. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul. On defense, Brooklyn. Hayward kicks to Williams. There's Walker with the three. Jordan with the rebound. It's the Nets now. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And so we're going to say they're going to be familiar with each other, huh? But even so, these teams will learn about each other tonight. So much changes from year to year.
For Brooklyn, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Kanter. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Jordan, and Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Prince in the corner. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but there's a lot of game left to play. Just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
The Celtics shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Shooting for Boston, Kemba Walker.
That's good from Walker.
An electrifying scorer. Walker, he'll burn you in so many ways.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Irving attacking, 18 feet out. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Nets leading by 8. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Allen is out there with Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Over Randolph. No good from Jordan.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Brown kicks to Walker. The three-pointer off the mark. And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Irving, good.
I like how Irving fills the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
Walker the pass to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Brown's got 5 now.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end. There was some locker room tension for Kyrie Irving last season. His public comments were seen as a dig at the Celtics' young players. They made it deep into the playoffs without him in 2018. Since they weren't having it.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First free throw is good. And with the chemistry concerns, Irving blamed the media. Chris, he said that it breaks up locker rooms.
Yeah, and he also said, Kev, that he admitted that he didn't handle everything perfectly. He got off social media, putting those blinders on and focusing on his job.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
The determination of Irving. He's a type A personality who just wants to win.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 10. Over Irving. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
A nice shot by LeVert.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Brown, and it's sent back by Irving.
Nice defense by Irving. He averages less than a half a block a game, but gets all of that.
Outside, KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So for the Nets, Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jared Allen, and it's Taurean Prince in for Kevin Durant. Here's Williams, and yes, it's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And on the way from Irving for 3, Poirier grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 12. Count the basket. Walker's got 16. There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And just how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their family that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few. And if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Hayward looking around. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Over Chandler. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Hayward.
Sweet handles from the veteran forward, Hayward, carving up the D.
Here's Irving. That one a little long.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Celtics making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Austin's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Walker against LeVert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, he might not have been the top name in free agency this summer, but Kemba Walker's name was certainly on the radar of many teams.
No, you're right, Kevin, and in a lot of years, Kemba would have been one of the names to get in free agency. But with the amount of top all-stars that were available this summer, I feel like Kemba maybe didn't get all the attention that his game deserved.
That free throw, no good. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league. And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Brooklyn leading by 7. Irving surveying the floor. Right at the free throw line and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And Irving is a handful in the pick and roll. He has exceptional quickness, and he's a terrific decision maker.
To the middle, here's Williams, and it's blocked by Jordan. For Brooklyn, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Irving. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And when you see Irving pull up, you just assume he's sinking it. I mean, he's excellent at shooting off the dribble.
Irving with the steal. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And he jams it with authority.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Chandler with the steal. Pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Cantor against Jordan. Cantor kicks to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On its way from Hayward for 2. Kept alive by Boston. Brown the pass to Cantor. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Irving double team. Chandler outside. From downtown, some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 13, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Karis LeVert. To the paint, here's Cantor. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Now the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Now, some folks can call Irving too much of a gunner, but he keeps showing he can pass with the best of them.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jared Allen. And a new team for Kyrie Irving. Last season, he told Celtics fans, "I'll be back if you'll just have me." But as the season wore on, it became, "Ask me in July."
Yeah, well, he's hungered for a leadership role for a long time. The Celtics with such depth of talent. Now, on this roster, perhaps a clearer pecking order.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Here's Dinwiddie. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by KD. Here's Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Nets leading by 10.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Fires the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 12. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run it off.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Hayward, Daniel Tice out there with Zach Randolph. And there's Kemba Walker, and it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5. Tice passes to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Brooklyn with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dinwiddie against Walker. Allen. Good.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Just when you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you have? And you were special. But so you've got to have a very special category for this one.
Well, thanks, Ken. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop. That as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber.
No, thanks, man.
And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. And that'll be his third foul so far. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Taurean Prince. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Durant comes to help. Tatum finds Tice. Just 5 on the clock. Hayward from outside. A rebound by the Nets. KD's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And KD throws it down.
He's playing MVP ball. Durant with some serious pep in his step tonight.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system there and now, it just isn't getting it done.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Outside Tatum. Outside Randolph. Green for 2 points.
Oh, that's just a plus play. Randolph in the catch and shoot, pretty confident when he squares up.
Harris outside. To the inside, Allen, good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Walker. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Walker's got 11 in the second half. Durant attacking. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And every step of Durant on the drive covers so much ground. You know he's looking to finish that play with a dunk.
Here's Walker, and he lays it straight in. Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Pass to Allen. Over Randolph. Second chance shot, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Brownie's checked in for Boston. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, they look like they just want it more right now. You gotta love the hustle. The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Randolph against Allen. Outside, Walker. Back to Randolph. And slam dunk by Randolph.
You can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
Goes up the baseline, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
And this speaks to Irving's focus. I mean, he's extraordinary and keeping his cool under heavy pressure.
Here's Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Here is Williams. Ojale kicks to Edwards. Here's Ojale. Inside. And it's slammed in by Williams.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Irving passes to Nwaba. Puts it up from 17. Irving, good. Irving's got 14 points now in the second half.
Now, see, this is the thing. You think you got Irving covered, but then he's just able to finish.
They double him with Irving. Passes it to Poirier. Here's Wanamaker, and the three ball is good.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Here's Temple. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Karuch.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he knocks down the first one.
Brad Wanamaker. He gave the line shooting 2.
And so he hits both. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the wing right side. Back to Irving. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Irving against Edwards. Got a piece of it. They recover it. Here's Ojale. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Temple. Yep, it's good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was